Okay, so this is very exciting. Okay, let me not be weird. Well,
welcome back to the Umucho podcast with Alexander Anderson and Dydine. We're back.
Dydine Anderson.
Yeah, Dydine.
Umunyana
They get
Anderson.
it.
This is
They
my
get it.
husband, everybody.
Yeah. So we're back for another video.
Yes.
This is kicking off a series of videos called
Yes.
How to Start a Podcast.
I know.
Now we did a video, I think our very first video
It's about how to start something.
Yeah.
We're encouraging people
called
to
Start Something.
Something.
I think the title was How to Start a Podcast as well. But
What is it?
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. But
Probably.
we're touching on it again because we didn't go
Yeah.
as in-depth then as we are going to in this
Yeah.
series of videos.
And so many people have been asking a lot of questions about how did we start our own podcast. We went through the experience. We're not experts, but we will give you our journey. And
Yeah.
hopefully what we went through and how we did it will also guide you through your own journey in starting your own podcast.
Yeah.
It was a hustle.
Yeah, it's a hustle, but
Yeah.
it's fun and
now
it's
it's become-
rewarding.
it is rewarding.
And once you get the ball rolling, once you kind of understand how you work and what you
Yeah.
want to do with it, then it starts to become a lot more fun.
Yes.
But
Yes. Should we get into it?
let's get into it.
How to start a podcast.
Yeah.
How did we start?
So we started, number one,
Yeah.
you have to have an idea, obviously.
Yes.
You have to have an idea that resonates with you and obviously anybody else you're working with. But you have to have that idea that you can sort of turn into a story, because this is all sort of like storytelling.
It is storytelling. And you have to be passionate about it. If there's
Yes.
something you're really, really passionate about and it's not being talked about in the world, or there's a missing piece in the world of media or other podcasts, and you feel like that's a topic you love, I feel like just as passionate as you are, you will be also passionate about talking about it to other people.
Yeah, it's true.
And I feel like for us, we were passionate about cultures, and we just...
Yes, and storytelling.
And
Like this is what we do on
yes.
this YouTube channel. Is
Yeah.
the core of it is storytelling and embracing our own culture and different cultures from all around the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you are excited about what you want to talk about, other people will be excited as well.
Yes.
I mean, that's just kind of a rule of thumb in life. You know,
you just get to learn as you're doing it.
You will learn as you go along through the process.
Think about it as something, as much as you're excited about it, also share it to your friends, share it to your family members. The trusted people, the people that gives you constructive criticism, or people who have been in the world of entrepreneurship, most of the time they will have great ideas for you. And sit down and tell them your idea, and I think the more you talk to other people and how they receive it, the more energized you become. And that's true.
And that also, that kind of helps it give it legs, you know, because you don't make this in a vacuum. You don't do podcasts. Yeah. And I mean, I guess you could if you don't want anybody to listen to it, but you know, it kind of gives you a small sample size of how people will receive your idea.
Start with the family and friends.
Trusted group of people.
For us, I remember we a friend of ours, he was actually our first guest on the podcast. We met up together and we sat down, and then we shared our thoughts and how we want it to look like, and how we needed more, any advice we could. We will share a piece of paper that all the notes we took that day here. Maybe that will give you more ideas, but he really helped us see through the things that all the ideas, all the dreams that we had for the podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
So find that one trusted friend and sit down with them and just go down. The details.
It'll pay off. I'm a fan of writing stuff down, or I'm more digital these days, so I make the digital notes and like have the pen and draw on the thing. But I'm a very visual person, so having that, like having it all sort of laid out in front of you, all of your ideas does help to flesh things out for yourself.
Absolutely. Get that idea,
run it by your trusted companions, friends, family, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
No.
Asking for suggestions, and it is your idea, so hold your ground, stand your ground on your
Yes.
idea. But if there are different ways to tweak it that make it a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more engaging,
Inviting.
yeah, and then of course invite that information,
Yeah.
invite that feedback in. Yeah, I think a lot of people, myself included, a lot of times with like some of my short film projects or anything
Yeah.
creative I was working on, I had a hard time bringing it forward to people because I was
Yeah.
afraid of
How they
harsh criticism or.
Oh, you gotta be
And-
ready for those.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not even like most people won't be mean.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
No.
At worst, they'll share. They'll like, I'll just speak my mind, but
Yeah.
rarely is it anything malicious or anything that
Yeah.
they're,
Mostly
they're
when
not trying
when
to
somebody
hurt you.
gives you their time to listen to what you're telling them or your project and stuff, usually they give you criticism from a great place. Now you can
Yes.
take them or you cannot. That's your choice.
Yeah, they can have horrible ideas.
Yes. Some people may give you awful ideas. So you have to know what you want. In the beginning, it can feel foggy. I would say.
And intimidating.
Intimidating.
It can be very intimidating just
Yeah.
because, especially now, like you look at all these podcasts that have come out.
Yeah.
You got guys like Joe Rogan. He's like the biggest podcast, most
Podcaster,
popular
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
One of the most popular.
Yeah.
But you see him, and it's like, how do I get to that point? And it's like,
Yeah.
why would I even want to jump in if I
just
can't
gotta
compete with
start.
that? You just gotta start.
You just gotta
Yeah.
find your way in there.
Or us,
start.
people are like, oh my God, that Amucho podcast, how am I ever going to be able to compete with that?
I don't think
Well-
we're there yet, but we'll get there. Also, one big advice when we're thinking about sharing these tips: do not quit your job before your podcast brings you income. Please
do that.
don't do that. You're gonna end up going back to leave your
Oh,
mama and
yeah.
and dad.
That didn't happen to us. That full disclosure, that did not happen to us.
No, it
for
didn't.
transparency's sake. But it can be very tempting. Like
It could
once
be.
you get
It could.
because
Yeah.
it's a little inconsistent at times, and
Especially
you
when
could be
yeah.
very consistent with the podcast. You can be uploading very frequently. You could have good audience
Flow,
engagement,
yeah.
good flow. Your advertising, your marketing's on point, but the revenue may not be coming in at that particular
Yep.
point.
Yeah, it has to be like that thing you want to do. If like you just want to find the time
Yeah.
on the weekend or in the evening. We used to come back from work and then get home, shower, get ready, and start creating
Yeah.
for the podcast.
Yes.
And of course we weren't as consistent. We weren't like releasing as many episodes that we would like because time, of course, with work and stuff. But it kind of having a roof over our heads, it helped launch the podcast itself.
Yes.
And then a year later or something like that, then we could be able to do it full time. So start it.
Just start it.
Yes.
Like
And-
we said in our very first video,
Yeah.
just start something. Just start.
Yes.
I mean, the best piece of advice anybody can give you about how to become successful in anything
Yeah.
is just staying consistent with it.
Yes.
9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
99.9% of the time, you're not going to make the money you want. You're not going to be as
No.
successful as you want very early on. It's just not going to happen.
No.
I mean, you have to do it like as if you're never going to get paid for it.
I know.
And
And even if
then-
when you're asleep, you're dreaming about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, don't
like
burn
fa-
yourself out. I mean, like, a passion is very, like, having a passion is very,
Yes.
absolutely. It can be very complicated because
Yeah.
you don't want it to become so over-consuming where you get burnt out of your own dream. Then you don't want to do it because it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Treat it like the fragile baby that it is.
Yes.
Take care of yourself.
Because
Take
it
care
is
of
a
your
baby.
dream.
You're just starting it. So
Yeah.
give yourself time.
Yes.
And
Is what I meant to say.
yes, absolutely. Give yourself time. Even if you release one episode every other week or once a month, you are on your own schedule.
Yes.
This is what I've learned. When you walk into an entrepreneurship world, you are on your own schedule, your own terms. So it's really the competition is really just within yourself.
Yes.
So you just choose how you're going to lead this new child you just birthed. I mean,
Yeah.
that was very graphic.
It was graphic, but I
It
think
is
they
a
get
baby.
it.
I feel like when you create something new and it's yours, it's a baby. I feel like it's a baby. You have to care for it and you have to So I'm so excited for you guys to start thinking about your ideas. on what stories you want to share to the world and how you want to do it. Okay.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned for the next episode in this series
of how to start a podcast.
How to start a podcast.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Subscribe below. Comment down in the comment section. If you are subscribed, make sure you hit the notification bell to keep us in your thoughts. All right?
In your dreams.
That like button really does make a big difference, y'all.
I know.
So, and it's free. You know, I know some people are kind of weird about the like button because they don't want the like button, the likes to show up in their recommendations and then add more to the like lists. You know, everybody knows about that list. Yeah, everybody gets weird about liking stuff.
Come on, do not get like a weird.
Don't get weird about the liking.
Especially if it's.
If you like us, then just give us a like on the video. And tell your friends the same thing.
We're not desperate.
Not at all. Just trying to get more subs. More likes.
All right. If you have a question about how to start a podcast, just please type it in the comments. It might be our next episode. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yep. We can create a whole video responding.
Give us topics. Give us topics y'all want to talk about. Remember, we talk about culture here. We talk about storytelling. We've been doing book reviews. We're going to continue that. We're going to continue to talk about pop culture if it refers to stuff about culture. So, you know, that's what we do here. But anyway, stay tuned to the next episode. We love y'all.
Love you. Is that how you say that?
Love you.
Love you. We'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.